Evening all, welcome back to Destiny, and we're back on the moon. We've gone straight past the mission. We're not going to bother with the mission yet, at least. And we're going to go searching. We're going to go and have a little look around to see what's here. So we didn't really think that the moon was that big, because obviously the only thing I saw was this route. So you see this route I'm taking here? I thought, well, let's just have a look and see what's there, then we'll go and do the mission again. And I thought, okay, we'll have a look-see. And we're flying around here, and you started to find some chests, and we sort of thought, well, maybe this is all there is. And then very quickly, in fact, we realized, holy shizzle, this is actually huge. And there's loot everywhere. There's just stuff everywhere. It is an incredibly there's just so much here. It's crazy. And that's the irony of the whole thing, is that I think a lot of people just played the mission and were like, oh, that's a bit short, and then that's it. They didn't come back and actually explore, because obviously you can't fly down there, but the whole thing is excavated below us. The moon is practically hollow from what we see, and you'll see that as we go, because there are massive airport style caverns below us. But anyway, we'll show that. Let's talk a bit more about Destiny. I mean, to be honest, I think the thing that kind of grabs me with it still is I guess the kind of way they've designed it to, I think, just be more than just a shooter. I know a lot of people are going to kind of balk at that, but one of the things Destiny did really well, the one thing Dust did very well, I think, in my opinion, was the ability to do bespoke fits, which is really part of the game, I think. You could have a scout, you could have two identical suits that could do exactly the same thing, etc. So that was always a nice feature of the game, I think. And I think what really kind of got me a little bit with Dust, if you like, was the fact that you could really be quite a master of fitting. You could be a relatively average player, but if you're very good at fitting, then you'll win. And a good example of this is strafing heavies. They always had the ability to, strafe very fast. So, they could be a very mediocre player, but if they can do that, then they can dominate most players. Now, Destiny does seem to have a similar thing here, because you're going to have the ability to bespoke all of your gear to help a certain aspect. So, for example, I've got a number of things that increase my grenade and knife time. To me, that's kind of my play style. I do like the grenade and the knife. I rely on them more than I rely on the pistol, for example, which is my second weapon, really. And then sniper and the rocket launcher a third, definitely. So it's kind of cool that you can really bespoke. I mean, look at that. It's huge. There's a great big bloody temple thing there. Oh, I love it. Now, these knights are annoying, aren't they? See if we can get them in the face. I'm not great aiming still, but look at that. Oh, boosh. Nice. Now, to be honest, I think this is the sort of thing that I think will keep players, playing the game for some time to come, is this, I think, this ability to continue to look for better and better loot. So, for example, did you find any blue items, bro? Did you find blue? I did. I found 3, and I can't use any of them, so I've put them in my little vault, and I've probably lost them now. But in the whole process of playing this game, which is probably hours and hours and hours, yes, I can't jump down there, I found that actually one of the things I really enjoyed was, and I said about it in the previous videos, I enjoyed going to a place, sitting there with the sniper, and then using it. Now, I have got a sniper. Here you go. This will make you laugh. I have got a sniper rifle now that when I shoot ammo, it picks up the ammo. So as I snipe dudes and they drop ammo, I can stay in position and just snipe the ammo that they drop to keep sniping. I mean, that's clever, isn't it? The other option that I wish I can get, and I'm going to have to really push to try and get, is the shotgun that when you kill something reloads. It actually puts another round in the chamber. That I like. I think I'm really looking forward to trying that. I couldn't get it. You had to pick one of the 3. So I went with a sniper rifle that basically picks up ammo as you shoot things. And I thought, that's clever. I quite like that. I thought that was very good indeed. But this is the thing of the game, is that such a simple thing to code in is why a lot of people will stick around with this game. I think that you're seeing a new MMO FPS born that people will continue to play for years to come. And it depends. It does depend if Bungie keep designing for it. My hope would be that they release maybe DLCs, or they just continue to maybe change and add stuff to it, so map packs or maybe expansions into other planets. So, at the end of this, are we going to take the fight to, another solar system, or to the outer reaches of our solar system? I'm really interested with that whole thing, because my hope is that we do. I really hope that actually one of the kind of things that really just carries on with this game is that they keep adding content to it, so new maps, new levels, etc. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm gripped. I am absolutely gripped. I can only imagine that this is what most MMO players feel in some way or another, because I get it now. I totally get it. I've never really played a classical MMO, I guess. I mean, which is a strange thing for me to say, because I have played most things, but I never played World of Warcraft, just because it wasn't really my thing. I think I played things like, obviously, PlanetSide 2 and Eve and others, but they're not conventional MMOs. This is a leveling, conventional, loot-based MMO, where what you're looking to actually do is to level up and loot up, and get the best fit and the best abilities possible, but with a PvP or a PvE slant. So you actually will have your PvE fits and probably your PvP favoured fits as well. Oh, look at that, upgrade unlocked. To be honest, I think there is going to be a little bit of uncertainty, if you like, around the PvP side of this. I've seen a lot of people say it's good, and I've seen a lot of people say it was bad, and I've got to be honest with you, I didn't try it. I know that sounds terrible, but as the day I came to try it was the day that they switched it off, so I just missed my opportunity, I guess. But I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I think really people are telling me that it's not the best it could be. But I would just stress, everything is going to have a different feel to it. It's kind of funny when I think of some of the PvP games that I've played before, and then I've gone back to Dust. Dust feels like the time to kill is incredibly high now, so it takes a long time to kill dudes in Dust now. I think they reduced it down a bit to try and make it a bit more friendly, I guess. But the reality is that most games nowadays, like Battlefield 4, you're 2 or 3 shots from death at all times, and that's it. And you're probably 1 sniper shot away as well. I mean, DayZ was a great example here. When I played DayZ for quite some time, I always was surprised at actually how realistic, I guess, that game is, because 1 sniper shot will kill you dead. No chance of revival, nothing, gone, dead. Which again, I actually didn't mind too much. I kind of respected that severity, if you like. And I think this is why, oh god, I sucked, don't I? I think that was kind of one of the things that I'm really kind of hoping Destiny has a little bit of, that is that it is a bit severe at times. Everybody seems to want to play hard games now. You think of the gaming sort of industry, if you like, what people are looking for is, as I say, hard games. And so things like DayZ, which was just really the beginning of that whole culture of very difficult games. So you can starve to death, literally starve to death. You can be shot and break your leg, and then you're on the floor and then you're killed. It was designed to be hard, and so when you die, you lose everything as well. That kind of hardcore mode seems to be more and more appealing to people now, which is kind of good, because I think that is really what people want. And to be honest, I think that's kind of what I would look for. I don't want to play a game where I'm going to get trolled, though, because I think a lot of games are currently, like Elite's a good one here. Elite at the moment, Elite Dangerous, is just an absolutely astonishingly good game. But what's happening is that there are people who are deliberately preying on people to take everything they've got, which again, you've got to accept is part of the game. It is kind of funny as well. But there is this kind of problem of the trolls who will just destroy somebody's gaming experience entirely, and then laugh, but then also wonder why the game fails when no one plays the fucking thing. I mean, Eve has got to have that problem right now, because Eve's ACU, its concurrent user count, is declining significantly, which is quite concerning when you think about 10,000 players in 6 months are not generally playing anymore at any one given time. That at their peak time rather, that is a pretty damning statistic. And just to put that in context, that's a quarter of their player base in the last 6 months don't play anymore. I mean, that's pretty terrifying for a games company to admit. So I'm curious to see what people are going to do. I think they're trying to simplify a hard game as well, which is, a lot of people are not happy with that. I think when you look at Destiny, it's a mixture between hard and I guess sort of semi-hard, semi-easy kind of concepts. there's not a lot really to consider with management. So you don't really have to manage an inventory. You're not really managing a great deal, to be honest. But you do have an inventory, but not an excessively small one. It's not like a survival game, which I think is actually more and more becoming what people expect and want to play, is that sort of survival aspect, which in some cases I do agree is kind of fun. But I would leave that to an open world shooter like DayZ to do that. I mean, DayZ's best moments are when you're bleeding to death and you need a bandage. I mean, that's brilliant. That's exactly what people want from a game. Destiny's a different thing, though. I think people want they want more of a kind of, I guess, a facilitated story, team play. It's like Borderlands, really. That's all it is. And it's just that facilitated story and loot and accomplishment, etc., as a team, and then obviously having some form of PvE, or rather PvP, linked to it as well. So we'll see. This is going to be a pretty major game for the channel there, and it's nice to see people are enjoying the video. So thank you so much. I know a lot of people are ex-Dusties, but I totally respect that people come to this channel generally to kind of see something to do with Dust, and now it looks like people are coming to also see stuff to do with Destiny and Elite, which is also very heartening to see. So that's really nice. To be honest, it's a funny thing really, because that whole console kind of argument, if you like, of what console to play on and what console to own, etc., is becoming more and more kind of prevalent lately, because the reality is that when you look at the purchase, the requirement to purchase something, it's usually because there's a need. Now, the only need I think most people have to buy things like a PS4 at the moment is kind of if you don't have a PC. And let me just justify that, because don't get me wrong, a lot of people hate PC gaming because it's just such a faff to set up. You need like a PhD in computer studies to actually load and install these things and run them, etc. And then there'll be others who'll laugh at that statement by saying, no, you don't. But let me explain it, because some people just want to sit on their sofa and play a game with their mates and just switch it off at the end of the day. That I totally respect. I even get that now. I totally understand that. So I'm kind of, but then if you've got a PC, if you've got a gaming PC and you're used to gaming on the PC, there is actually a bit of a difficult discussion there to be had, because it is not always the best to have a console when you've got already the better platform to play it on, which is PC, depending on your level and your spec, if you like. But I would say that most things will run slightly better on PC. Plus, I think the reality is that the big kind of hitting games like, I'm going to say Minecraft and DayZ, I know you can get variants of them on the consoles, but it's not the same experience. It's not even the same level and number of community as well. So you kind of are needing a PC to be a proper big kind of gamer in terms of the kind of the zeitgeist of gaming. You probably do need to be a PC gamer primarily, and then. But thing is, there is the requirement for consoles as well. Don't hate me for that, by the way, because I'm just kind of just being honest with you there. Most things generally are designed for PC first, and then ported to the console. Now, the thing with the console at the moment is it really worth buying a PS4 just to play Destiny when it runs kind of well like this on the PS3? The answer probably is logically no, but the answer, if you ask your heart, is definitely yes. So there's no real kind of easy answer, I'm afraid, with that whole thing. And I think if you didn't have a PC, the PS4 is just a great suggestion, or the Xbox One, whatever. But the PS4 is going to have PlanetSide 2, and it's going to have it's got War Thunder. It's got all the good stuff that the PC's already got. And I think if you just don't want a PC, or you can't afford a gaming PC, the PS4 is an absolutely fantastic purchase for you. But whereas if you do have a pretty good PC and you do actually don't mind gaming on the PC, maybe it's not the best thing to spend your hard-earned cash on. Don't know, we'll see. Join us next time as we continue to delve into the moon, and we'll talk about the difficult topics of console versus PC. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.